Welcome to the North and Mouth podcast, episode 2. I'm Lewis.
I'm Jack.
And you are in a bit of a treat today, my friend.
Yep.
This is Fulton & Mason. This is my favourite coffee, the breakfast blend from Fulton & Mason. It has been in the mocha pot.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Milder than last week's.
You think so? I did follow the tips for this one,
Rather than just guessing.
rather than just letting it blow over and then end up, because they usually do. Anyway, let's begin.
You wanted to talk around Bake Off, the Great British Bake Off.
What the fuck is Bake Off? I genuinely do not get it. Now, I don't watch it, but I put myself through that traumatic experience this morning just to see what everyone's talking about and why everyone gets so manically obsessed with it.
Okay. And what was your view of Bake Off?
What? How quickly did I consider suicide? Or? It was just boring. It's so boring. It follows the same shit as all the other programs, like that Kin Apprentice that I get told to watch every single year when she puts it on, and it follows the same shit. Like, you get these people on there. Now, they've clearly obviously got to a stage that they must have been decent enough to get into that program. They must have had
to qualify for the baking abilities.
Exactly. But there's always some bellend that is, oh god. Now, genuinely, this is a quote from the last one, the biscuit one, which is, by the time this goes out, there'll probably be another episode. But this was the biscuit episode. And there's a girl on there that's on the boat. She does a job on a boat or something.
I think I know which one you mean, yeah.
She goes, oh, rookie error, I forgot to turn the oven on.
I did see that. But when you've been cooking, there must have been a time where you forgot to turn the oven on.
No, there really isn't. I'm in there to cook. It's like getting into the car and going, why is this not moving? Oh, I forgot to turn the engine on.
Yeah, but I forget stuff. Like making a raw dinner, I'll forget to put the Yorkshires in. They only take a few minutes, and no, not something you do.
No,
it is easy done, especially when you're under pressure in that sort of situation.
What bothered me as well is there's a bit later on. There's a bloke with those glasses. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that are see-through. I don't know his name. I didn't listen to anybody's name. They started showing little snippets of their life. I couldn't care less.
Right.
There was a bit where I saw a trailer for it. I wouldn't say trailer, like a little flash of what's going to happen. And I stopped watching it after about 20 minutes. I couldn't watch it anymore. She carried on watching it. I couldn't watch it. And I came back to this bit, and he's like, oh God, oh God. And he cried. And then there's another girl coming and going, don't cry because you'll set me off. You're fucking baking.
Yeah, but it's the pressure because there's a decent prize to be won if they win the competition.
They're already on TV. It doesn't matter. They'll still get on fucking panel shows for a bit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
they'll still get on.
The one that wins is set up more or less for life. It's well worth winning.
What, like, what's her name that won the last one? She was on a couple of panel shows.
That woman, she had her own TV programme.
Really?
Several cookbooks. She's quite a household name. I forgot what she's called. But she's quite a household name to people that like cooking and baking. People that don't work and are off during the day probably know all about her.
My issue, one of the issues is I don't like baking anyway.
Right.
I like cooking, but baking is just an extra arseache. It seems to be a bit like all right, but now I've got to mix all this stuff up. Then I've got to knead it. Then I've got to leave it to rest for a bit and warm for the yeast. Then I've got to come back and I've got to knead it again. And I've got to take up a whole section of the kitchen top to fucking flour it down and all this stuff. And then I have to faff with that. And then you stick it in the oven. There's so many opportunities for it to fuck up along the way. It's just not worth it. The first time
it is worth it though.
Yeah, if you do it right.
Yeah, if you're not shit at it.
Well, yeah, but I don't like doing that. And to have a program about it, it's like cooking a dinner and then having your family coming in and going in the kitchen with you. It's horrendous. And then to watch, what were they doing? Just look at my notes here. Paul Hollywood, right?
Right.
It's like it's embarrassing when they bring out all these cakes and biscuits or whatever, and they have to do the MasterChef thing of fucking stick your hands in.
Yeah, they have to taste it.
Yeah, I get that, but instead of going, that's what they have to go, just to make up the reason why they're there. Yeah, the textures. I'm getting that cardamom come through. That cardamom, the aniseed is really strong, this one. And fucking hell.
Yeah, but if they were tasting wine, you wouldn't even question it. It's only because it's baking, and the only baking you eat is digestive biscuits and Mr. Kipling's.
I do like Mr. Kipling.
It's different when they're making out their flavours. They want the flavours to be recognised, and it's just hard to get a flavour across in the format of TV.
I get bored of watching it, right?
Right.
Because they, like I said, they all follow the same format, and there's always that, 1 minute everybody, right? And I'm watching it thinking, I know this.
That's massively dramatised.
Of course it is, yeah. And it's like, there was one bloke on there, the one that he's quite young, looks like a chubby bloke.
I know which one you mean, yeah.
And he's going, like he absolutely messed up his biscuits, his first thing, and he's pushing them out the moulds and everything, and they're just like falling to bits, like absolutely falling to bits.
Yeah.
Like he's not even stuck them in the freezer. And then when it comes to him, and they're going, 1 minute, everyone is going, oh God, will you help me decorate them? I was like, you've only got a minute, mate. I've only got a minute. See, I notice these things and it bothers me.
Yeah.
It bothers me. And then
you can decorate 12 biscuits in a minute.
Not like he did.
Right.
So when it came back to him, they were beautifully presented, dusting and like all this shit on there and all that stuff. I was so bored. And the only reason I put myself through that was because we were going to be talking about it.
But perhaps you're not the target demographic for that programme. I
100% agree.
It is very inoffensive, very easy to film programming that follows this. Like you said, it does follow the same format as a lot of other things. MasterChef, Hell's Kitchen, Ready Steady Cook. People like watching people cook. People like watching people fail to cook.
At least Gordon Ramsay swears at them. I mean, it'd be funny if Sandy Toxford turned around at one point and just went, "You fucking burnt them, you prick!"
They are dog shit.
Talking of dog shit, when they made the fig rolls, that looked like they just flattened some pastry out and then someone just took a long dump over them.
Yeah, but that's what they're supposed to look like.
I suppose, but it just didn't look
There was the woman that couldn't count to 12 as well. Did you see that?
They made 11 of them, yeah.
Yeah, which I quite like the fact that she couldn't count to 12, even though that was the objective of the challenge.
Yeah.
Did you see the showcases, the showstopper
at the
section
end
that they do? Some of them visually are brilliant.
Visually, yeah, but
it's just a skill. People like watching people that are good at other things.
Yeah, but meh. I get a certain amount of decoration is good, but it's a fucking cake. Is it a cake? No, it's a biscuit.
Yeah, it was biscuit
thing. There was some sort of chicken thing that looked quite cool.
The chicken made out of twill was excellent.
It did look,
it were brilliant.
But I mean, to make a program out of it, I mean, they made that what's the name thing, didn't they? The sewing bee. I get stuck watching that.
I've never seen that.
No,
I wouldn't watch that because it sounds shit.
Yeah, but it follows the exact same format, but it's just sewing and not baking. Like the exact same format.
Yeah. But, like I said, there's a lot of programs that follow the same format.
They do. And it's usually, thinking about it, it's probably getting up to this time of the year.
It's just to sell cookbooks and sewing machines
I
for
get
Christmas.
That, yeah. But The Apprentice, that normally comes out before Christmas. And I always, and she always makes me watch it. Well, when I say she makes me watch it, she'll go, "I don't make you watch it. You do make me watch it." What bothers me, you go through the same. That's even worse. The Apprentice. That's even worse because I'm sure I'll come back to this.
Because
when it's on.
They are the worst human beings in the world.
Exactly. Yeah, but I don't understand. That's it. That it's literally. I've got these 12 people here that have gone through all this stuff, and they're really good business people, and all this stuff. I'm going to give them, and then they're just fuckwits.
Yeah, they're just idiots that can't sell basic things.
Yeah, but it's all, I know it's all done for the TV, but like, where's Mary Berry?
She's not dead. I think she might have been contracted to BBC and they moved to Channel 4.
Right. But they still took that pillock with them. And who's the other woman in it?
She's called Prue.
Prue.
Other than that, I'm not 100% sure.
She sounds wonderful when she's chewing very loudly. Who else? Yeah, I find as well, I like Sandy Toksvig, and to an extent I like Noel Fielding. I didn't like
Noel Fielding's great in small doses.
But outside of that, if you hear him in interviews when he was on like Alan Davis, As Yet Untitled, he's quite funny in that.
Yeah.
But it's the same way, same thing I think of when I think of Alexander Armstrong in Pointless.
Right.
And Richard Osman on there with him. Absolutely massively wasted. And like Sandy Toksvig's funny because she took over Stephen Fry's job.
She's massively intelligent and funny.
Yeah.
But
then putting him on that, Noel Fielding just looks like he's going like, oh yeah.
Why am
I on here? Yeah. It's meh. But
meh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
It's probably down to you not being the target demographic or being a miserable wanker. I've sent Lewis a brilliant song and video to listen and watch. This week I chose Bugzy Malone's new song, The North's Face. And I believe he's made some notes on it.
Oh, our good friend Bugzy Malone.
Yeah.
It was dreadful. It was absolutely dreadful.
Okay.
I thought
what the video,
everything about
it. Okay.
Everything about the video was embarrassing enough because, I mean, what a legend. He's leaning out of a moving car or whatever. I mean, you've got to give him that. I mean, what a legend.
He is standing through a sunroof, yeah.
But he was clearly terrified because he was constantly going.
He was glancing about a lot, okay, yeah.
So, yeah, that kind of like killed off this sort of scary bloke kind of vibe for me. So kind of tarnished the, oh no, he's
a bad man.
Yeah. One of the big things that bothered me about that was, I mean, what's the back?
The premise of this video,
or the whole thing?
Right, the whole video from my point of view and song from what I've seen is it's nothing but an advert for his clothing line, and he's done it in such a way that's ridiculously cheap to film. It's free to advertise. He's attempted to make it controversial by directing it as a diss track towards the North Face, the clothing brand, and filming part of it outside the North Face shop.
That was really embarrassing.
Okay.
I mean, if he's is that in Manchester? Was that filming or London? It was in London.
I think it was London. It didn't look like Manchester.
You couldn't just, and he's got out of the car there, and it kind of pans back a few times, and they've got cars sat there with the hazards on.
Yeah, blocking the road.
Now,
at night when the shop's closed.
Yeah, but also it was embarrassing because it's embarrassing either way, right? Because you've got, if he's had to have done it, if he's done it and got permission for it, it's like, can I possibly do this?
That's one thing.
That's embarrassing. But then I would be fucking fuming if I was going into Manchester and picked her up, or London or whatever. And then the road's blocked up because this bellend's dancing in the street. It wasn't even dancing in the street.
Ranting, I think.
Ranting in the street, which is part of the song. And I looked up the lyrics.
Okay.
And there's when he's trying to act all big and tough when he's in the car.
Yeah.
And he makes a point and he says, "You'll find me sitting in a factory talking profits." Right? So it's like, I'm basically a big businessman and I'm all this, and I've created this kind of, like empire type brand, yeah. And then later on, when he's doing his little interlude bit,
yeah,
he says, "Man are sick of these corporations." I was thinking, but you're not
attaining, trying to be one of those.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you trying to say? And I just thought it was really weird that he would go, that he puts in the lyrics like.
Yeah, that he is this businessman and then hates businessmen.
Yeah.
I get it. The video, after I watched it once or twice, it's not his usual. I don't want to say it's not his usual style, but it's not his usual content for the lyrics. But his last 2 songs have been this one and Kilos, which was one of the ones I sent you last week, which again was just a blatant advert for his clothing brand.
Which, can I make a point, is shit.
What, his clothing brand?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't get the little holster things.
Oh, God.
Which,
what? Phone holster.
Yeah.
It just looks like a really shit backpack. That's
Sort
kind of just
of,
straps.
yeah.
I'm saying holster. Is that to it makes it sound like a gun? Oh,
that's basically what it is. I don't fully understand them. The trainers are all right.
I didn't see the trainers. But I think I've come to the conclusion it's not necessarily the whole music, because you did send me some other stuff. Which I didn't say, which I didn't think was awful. And there's a couple of like other, I mean, it's not a huge amount, but there are kind of like certain songs that I like. But I think I've narrowed it down to the fact I don't like British kind of rappers, because I think it's almost like they try and have that American
I get what you mean
thing, but we just do it a little bit.
Because there's
shit.
One of the British rappers that I did send you was Big Heath, the big fat white guy from Cambridge.
Yeah.
But he's not rapping about being a gangster.
No,
he's sort of rapping about he's not a gangster.
Yeah,
he is just your average fat white guy, but he likes to rap,
which is fine. I got no problem with. I've got no problem with that. There was a bit in. I remember watching a Louis Theroux documentary. Have you seen the one where the gangster rap one?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Well, he goes to this place. I forget the company now, but there were a collective of rappers, and they recorded their stuff there, and they did videos and all this other stuff, and they were rapping about killing people and guns and money and all this shit. And then he said, "So what's your background?" And he said, "Oh, college," and they're all just cut. And I got it was a bit tedious. Now I know you've said that Bugzy Malone is just like this absolute you know gangster, and that he went to prison, and that's why we should respect him. But I find just British rap and stuff like that, if they're doing the gangs thing and the money thing, it is really, 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 really tedious to watch.
Yeah, because we don't do gangs properly over here.
No.
I get that. It is a strange one because it does sell.
Yeah.
It's people will buy that, they will listen to that, and I don't know, they're only going with what sells.
Well,
as an advert, as a form of free marketing, well, more or less free marketing and advertising, it's a great marketing ploy. It's cost him nothing to film. It's cost him nothing to post. It's still trending. I think number 4 on YouTube, a week after it was put up. It's 4th on trending music. Millions and millions of views, riddled with links to his clothing, which will sell out again. Next time it goes up, it'll sell out again, like it does every time. Maybe that's
a point of getting older, that
you start to notice things for what they are rather than just enjoying the music. You start noticing.
But I don't like. It goes back to what we were talking about last time about getting on this train of on the Marvel train. It's almost like, I've got this brand, so you can buy all my stuff. It's like, mate, just concentrate on making better music, really, because that's what you're pretending to be. I don't want to see your shit tracksuits, because they are shit tracksuits. There's no getting around it. It's a shit logo and shit clothing and a fucking crappy.
I did notice watching the video as well that it seems to be made. It seems to feature quite heavily that high-vis silver stuff that you get on yellow
foiling
jackets.
Stuff,
it has a lot of that on it.
What are we trying to say? What are we trying to say there?
I don't know, because it's all black, as if you don't want to be highlighted when you're wearing all black, and then it's got a giant neon glow-in-the-dark, more or less, logo on it.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, really. I think you should be embarrassed.
But it works. You can't argue that it works.
I get told every single time when I say like, why are you even listening to this shit? And then everyone comes up, and you've even said it. Yeah, but it's like a sort of poetry thing. They kind of like it's telling a story. It's like, well, that's what music is really, anyway.
But it's.
I mean, do you actually like him?
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, he's had some great songs, some great albums.
What's your favourite song?
Favourite song currently is probably the one that he did with Rag and Bone Man called Run. That was quite a good one.
Rag and Bone Man. Is he the big fat bloke?
He is a big fat bloke, yeah.
See, I know a bit. And what's that song about?
That song is about having negative influences in your life as a teenager and growing up to be like a degenerate, and the choices that you could make when you were younger to stop that happening.
Oh, so he's doing a public service as well.
Yeah, potentially.
What a lad.
Yeah, legend.
What a lad. Buy his stuff. Buy his
Yeah,
stuff.
buy his terrible tracksuits.
Yeah, buy his terrible tracksuits, and it can double up as sort of, construction work gear as well. What's pissed you off this week?
Pissed me off? People that walk slow in places where there's no need to walk slowly. So places like the High Street or the Trafford Centre or anywhere. Just have a bit of fucking movement about you.
What about when people go out in like a group of four?
And walk out 4 abreast down a 4 people
and
wide.
You try and walk faster than
I like to walk fast, walk in the main road if I have to get round them, and then slow down in front of them and walk side to side on pavement. Just,
But you always find that whenever you walk up behind them and go, oh, fucking hell, they're going slow. And you try and walk around them, and that's the point when you're really close to them, and that's when they turn around and go...
Oh, they speed up then.
What? Or speed up?
Yeah, you try and overtake them, you get level with them, and then they'll speed up all at once as a 4. And then when you think, oh, all right, they've gone a bit faster now, then they slow down again.
Slow down again, yeah.
It's fucking bizarre. Just, I think a lot of it comes down with having a bit of a plan. If I were to go to the Trafford Centre, I know what I'm fucking going for.
Yeah.
I know what shop sells it. I go there, I get it, and I fuck off. Or I go and have some food and fuck off. I don't dawdle about window shopping. That's what the internet's for.
Yeah. I always know. That's why I always go early, because I can't stand people.
Yeah.
You go to these places and especially going to places. You've not been to Blue Water in Kent, have you? Similar thing, but people go down in mobs and just sort of...
Yeah, no intention of buying anything.
Not looking at anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of them just walking along. It's like that. Is that a day out? I remember going there before, and I remember walking past someone, and they're all done up. And I said to her, I was like, it wasn't long after I moved up here, and I said, why are they always? Oh, people just come here just to wander around.
Yeah. That's the other thing about the Trafford Centre is people do doll themselves up, like to go to a shopping centre. It's not, you're not going out clubbing. No. There's restaurants there, but
there's nothing. Yeah, there's restaurants there, but it's not. Yeah, it's not a night out place. But people
like it's not even close to a night out place. No. Like you can't go there for pre-drinks and then go somewhere else close by.
Aren't they putting a tube? Not a tube. Tube.
There is a building a train station or a tram station. Yeah, tram. It'll be tram for Manchester.
Yeah. Fucking hate that tram.
But that's a long way off.
You are?
It's a long way off being finished.
Of course it is. They just mentioned it, but yeah, how long would that take getting on the tram to there? And it wouldn't be on time, and it wouldn't be going on the right place, and you wouldn't have any decent... Have you been on that website?
No.
Have you been on the tram's website?
I don't go on public transport if I can avoid it.
But it is the worst.
It's full of other humans. Which is my other pet peeve, is other humans.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I'm with you on that one. That tram though is the most annoying. I got on it before getting on from Whitefield to go into centre of Manchester, and I was going not to Piccadilly, I was going somewhere else. And I was going to Piccadilly, not somewhere else. And I got on, and their website is almost just purposely confusing. It doesn't make sense. If you ever go on train times and fares, it will tell you exactly like this one's coming in, this one's coming in, this one's late, whatever. That one just goes, there's a service. Like with buses. I've never understood buses. It's almost like it's written like that, like some sort of fucking code, and you have to go, is that? They're never on time, so there's no point in even just say there'll be a bus along here at some point.
Yeah, I'd rather just say buses typically run every 15 minutes.
Say that.
Yeah,
But
you're
they
never
definitely
50.
won't.
You're never more than 15ish minutes away from a bus. That'd be miles better than putting 11:42, 11:48, 11:53.
Well, this is the tram. That's the thing with the tram. I got on to go into Manchester. It was going there. The tram that pulls in at the same time that it was supposed to come in. I get on it. It doesn't say where it's going. Completely bypasses Piccadilly, doesn't it? And I have to walk about 40 minutes across Manchester just to get to where I was going.
Well, I'd say that's your fault because I imagine the tram probably did somewhere say where it was going. Or you
No, it didn't.
asked.
It came in asked. There's no one on it. There's literally no one on it working on it.
Right.
And there was no signs because God forbid, why would you have signs going across it? Oh, they're not working today. Oh, right, okay. Well, I won't pay full price then. But my what's pissed me off this week is driving. And
What, just
people are
driving in general?
Fucking idiots, right?
Right.
You know when you're on a slip road and you're joining a motorway?
Yes.
The idea being, and I understand this is across the board with most people, that drive, you build up speed, don't you?
Yeah.
You build up speed and you join
try
the
and
motorway.
match the motorway or
You
as
match
close
the
as you
motorway.
can.
Yeah. I have to get on the motorway about 30 seconds from leaving work.
Right.
I have to get onto the slip road. And that can be quite busy on that section because there is a very short amount of space between those two turn-offs.
Yeah.
So when you're pulling in, you've got to get immediately over into the middle lane because the lane you join peters off, you see.
Yeah.
The amount of people that just do 40 on the slip road.
Yeah, joining the motorway at anything less than 60 is just
Suicidal?
pure dangerous. Yeah, you're asking for trouble. And it tends to be quite older people do that quite a lot. In which case, if you're not comfortable with driving at motorway speeds, don't drive on the fucking motorway.
Yeah.
It's not difficult.
Yeah.
It might take a little bit longer, but if you're old, you've nothing else to do. You're not like you're in a rush to get anywhere.
Well, they might have run out of bread.
Fucking hell.
Or bog roll.
Yeah.
No, old people always have a load of bog roll.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
They stock up.
Yeah.
So do you as well, to be fair.
Yeah, buy 45 rolls at a time. No worries.
That's something I've never had, is run out of bog roll.
Well, that's why we bulk buy it, so we don't ever run out.
Exactly. You said we. It makes it sound like we're
no.
not happy to.
No.
As that you're now Arnold Schwarzenegger and are constantly
Obviously.
going from just to sort of recap.
Yeah.
When I started going to the gym, you're like, can't believe why you do that. It's fucking dreadful.
Yeah, I did used to say that. Yeah.
And then you started doing it.
Yeah.
And then you just did random shit. And I said, no, you've got to go in there with an agenda. You can maybe go in with your arms. I just need big arms. I don't care about anything else. So there.
Yeah, pretty consistently doing that.
The next thing I turned around and said, doing legs, and you went, what the fuck would you want to do legs? And then now you do legs.
I did, yeah, for the first or second time this week, and I'm not into that.
No. So I'm just waiting for when you eventually turn around and start doing abs. So we'll get to that eventually.
I weigh 4 or 5 stone too much to bother with abs at the minute.
Well, since you've been going to the gym,
yes,
it couldn't have escaped your attention, the twats.
Yes, I think
that
that's
frequent
the best
gyms?
description. My gym, I'm lucky with my gym because nobody uses it.
Because it's a shithole, yeah.
It's
a shithole, yeah.
I don't want to badmouth my gym because I like it.
No, I will. It's
dated, I'd say.
Dated in a sort of E. coli sort of way,
It's not cleaned particularly well.
No.
Or at all.
No.
But most of the equipment works.
Some
of the equipment works.
Potluck sort of thing. It's potluck which infection you're going to pick up while you're in there.
True.
Some that have probably dwelled in there on that metal handles of stuff for years.
The knurling on the handle is pretty grimy, I'll give you that.
If you did an analysis of the dust that has settled on that lower rack of dumbbells, they close that place down in an instant.
They probably would, but for now, it serves the purpose I need it to, in the fact that there's never anybody there. But the people that do go are better than the people that go to your gym. For the single reason that they know to put the fucking dumbbells back in the slot that's numbered and labelled for that fucking specific dumbbell.
So your thing is, I get putting back because that drives me mad.
Yeah.
But does it have to be on the exact
Yes.
number?
I would rather somebody leave the 20 kilo dumbbells next to the bench than put them where the 32s go or the 8s go. So leave them on the fucking floor if you're going to do that. There's no reason why you can't put a dumbbell back from where you picked it up from. There's not a single reason why that can't happen.
Yeah, no, I get that. The problem is with my one, I don't think it's ever, apart from when it first got introduced, it has probably never been in order. And you've got to go off and dig it out. And do you know the weird thing is, I went in the other day and I'd gone to go and I couldn't find what I was after.
Because somebody's just fucking abandoned it somewhere or put it in the 45 kilo dumbbell slot. It
was the 5 kilo ones that I was looking for a warm up. And I couldn't find them. And that seems to be the 5 kilos, the one that was missing from yours for a bit as well.
They were gone, but they're now back.
Somebody loves them. Somebody somewhere likes taking 5 kilo dumbbells away.
That was odd.
Yeah.
But they do disappear occasionally and then they'll appear again.
That's because 5s are more for like smaller people.
Women.
Trying to be, whatever, but...
Women and you.
Women and me. Picking them up, they seem to just sort of... whether they take them up to another room somewhere and do some sort of thing with them, I don't know, but...
Well, I found them in my gym next to one of the barely functioning cardio machines before.
Someone's running with them, aren't they, like that?
It genuinely could have been, because there's people that don't know what they're doing. Which is another thing that we did mention. Younger people, I think quite a lot of the time, that haven't got a clue.
The best thing is people that especially, I saw 2 lads before, 2 teenagers, and they could have only, well, they must have been 16, going on the bench press.
And they can barely lift the bar.
It was the bar. It was just the bar. And, I mean, what's a decent sort of like 1?
Yeah.
2. You're getting a nice jet. 1. Like that. Just like that. And then put it down. I stood there almost.
You're going to hurt yourself apart from anything else.
Yeah, but... Oh, God. And you see that they're absolute twiglets. I'm not putting anybody down for...
No, fair play. If you're small, you're fat, you're thin, whatever, and you're going to the gym, fucking fair play to you. You're doing something. But if you don't know, just ask somebody.
Or watch somebody else do it.
Or
watch
watch somebody, yeah, because some of these machines, at first glance, you look at it and you are like, what the fuck is that? Like, where do you stand on that fucking thing?
It's daunting, yeah.
They've got fucking pictures on them, as a general rule of thumb, to show you if you don't know.
Yeah. Well, they do at most gyms, not yours. But yeah.
Some of them have, yeah. But when you see people doing arm exercises on a leg machine, or vice versa, which I have seen. I've seen a young lad in my last gym trying to do bicep curls on a hamstring curl machine.
Nice, yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, I'm sure you can do that, but there are better ways of doing it,
Yeah.
Preach curl machine, dumbbells, barbell.
Yeah.
Just ask, because you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
Overall, if you have used the 5 kilo dumbbells, put them back where the fucking 5 kilo dumbbells belong. That's the main fucking point.
Yeah. My big issue is, because I like to use the wide cable machine.
Yeah, cable crossover.
Yeah, I like to use the wide one. And what drives me mad is when you have one person on one side fucking about with
doing a tricep pushdown when there is a tricep pushdown machine.
Yes.
That's not an issue at my gym, because we only have one cable machine.
And there's no fucker in there anyway.
Yeah, and there's only me uses it.
But I have the amount of times that I am in there and I'll go, right, I'm going to do this, and I'll move over to that one. There's nobody there. And I could be there for 10 minutes on this one, no one there. The moment I finish on my last set, some prick comes along,
sees you on the tricep thing, and then jumps on the crossover.
Oh, and it's just And there's the smaller machines. We've got 2 large cable crossovers and 2 of the smaller ones.
Yeah.
And the smaller ones are empty. The smaller ones are right there. The tricep pull down thing is right there as well. But no, I'm going to use this one. And the worst is when there's 2 people doing it. On the one side. You can both do it at the same time then. If you're going to take over the whole fucking cable crossover, you can use the whole thing.
Yeah, that's a fair point. What other things aggravate? What about people that say they're doing bench, they leave the plates on and just fuck off?
Oh, I've been on there where they've left a good 60, 70 on each side.
Yeah.
And
like if you're going to leave one plate on each side, if you're going to leave it at 135, benching pretty much starts there. I could understand that. Leave a plate on each side. I'm not advocating for it, but I could understand it. But to ramp up to your max and then just leave it and fuck off and do something else.
I've genuinely seen somebody taking those plates off before and not realising that you should probably take them off left, right, and left, right. There was 50 kilos. No, it wasn't. There was 60 kilos on one side, and he took them all off on one side. And I just thought, I sat there, like if you just watch somebody.
I hope it does.
Yeah, someone's holding a hand grenade and they're slowly taking the pin out. I'm just going to sit here and watch how this goes down.
To break his jaw when it.
Oh, and how he didn't. It almost acted like a guillotine, almost.
Oh, they come up fast. Yeah. I saw somebody do it while they were benching. They didn't have clips on for some reason.
I've seen that.
Obviously, put far too much weight on. Failed. Tried to bail out and tip. They all fell off and it went woof. And nearly broke the jaw. It were really funny. Really, really funny. Not for them, for me.
But it's brilliant because it has that sort of left-right effect. Because there was a bloke using the EZ bar that didn't have clips on. And he was like this, and he was bending, and they all went, he was, oh shit.
Yeah, it throws you around, yeah. But it's, again, just do what you can do. I'm all for pushing yourself and going heavier, but you know your limits.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of times that I've seen people do... Oh no, actually no, the best thing I've seen is this little pikey bloke. He was skinny as fuck. Like, I mean, he was proper twiglet.
Right.
He sat down by the where the rack is, and he's on one of the presses, and he was doing. I'm pretty sure he was doing 10s. No, he wasn't even doing 10s. It was like 8s.
Right.
Incline presses. 8s.
Right. It's fair enough if that's all you can do and you're trying.
Yeah, fair enough. However, after he'd done them, and he's in the mirror like this.
Yeah. Which I love doing.
We've seen, yeah, we know. Yeah. Set the camera up on the dumbbell rack.
Yeah, I'm not in. I'd set the odd picture quite often.
But this was somebody who was so small.
Yeah, it is one thing. The other thing, I've got a lot of issues with people at the gym. There was the guy I mentioned the other day who did 20 minutes of cardio, walked over to the tricep push down, did a set at probably £40 on it, 18 kilos, something like that, dropped the pin to the bottom of the stack, took a picture, and I visibly watched him upload it to Instagram. It's a small gym and I could see.
And of course you stood over his shoulder as well.
Yeah, I was judging him. Then put the pin back to 40. Didn't even attempt to set with a full stack.
Yeah.
Did another set after his 20 minutes of cardio, 2 sets tricep push down and fucked off. Why?
What a ledge.
Because he didn't look built. He didn't look like he could possibly do the full stack. Why bother? If you're going to make some sort of outrageous claim like that, which I have been known to do, I at least back it up by having the fucking ability to do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I told you, didn't I? You should have grabbed hold and gone, mate. If you want to, I'll film you if you want to do that.
Just chuck your phone. I'll take a video if you want to do. If you want to think you can do that, because it's not that heavy of a stack on that machine. You can do it. I can do it. I don't know. I don't think he could have done it. But it's not massively unattainable. But for him, it probably was.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to back up your bullshit. for something so easy to put to the test. If one of his mates said, "Oh, I'll join you next week," what do you do?
You should have been mates with him. You should have taken him as well. You should have gone with him, and you could have had him
massive
ripping his triceps off the bone.
Could have done.
Yeah, I never used to like going to the gym, and I think when you start getting on that track and you're getting into it, but it's difficult going into the gym in the morning when you are. When I go in the morning, I
go after work usually, or in the afternoon.
I normally get there for about 5:45, I think, is when I get to the gym in the morning, and it's usually sometimes you can go in on a Monday and there'd be like 3 people in the whole gym.
Yeah.
But it's sod's law that there's some prick on the one you want to use.
Everybody has a favourite bench.
Yeah, but just anything. I could go in and go, I'm doing this today. And there's always somebody there. Actually, this brings me to a massive one. Actually, there's a bloke in my gym.
Right.
Now, when I've taken her in with me as well, and I've not said, oh, this bloke annoys me, she's independently gone,
oh, this guy's a prick.
God. Yeah. So he comes in, and there's a general-sized sort of general workout area, the sort of mats and stuff like that. And he comes in, walks straight over to the other end, grabs one of the big bars, the Olympic bars, takes that with him, places it down with him. He takes 2 kettlebells, puts that down. He takes 2 dumbbells, he puts them down. He takes one of the, you get one of those boxes that people use to jump up and down, because he uses that. So he's got a good 4 bits of the gym there with him.
Yeah.
Puts them all down there. Now he's one of those people that has to, it's nice of him to let you know that he's working out, because God forbid I would have missed it.
Yeah.
And he's doing this, I think he's doing his military presses with this bar. Like this, yeah. And then gets it to here,
drops it,
fucks it on the floor from waist height, and we're talking an Olympic bar with about 20 kilos on each side.
Yeah,
slams it down, and I mean it and it's not even on the protected floor bit. You can go over to the other end where they've got the deadlifts and stuff like that, and that's an extra padded floor.
Well, if you're gonna do military press, you do it in a squat rack anyway.
Well, he doesn't. He does it on
Yeah, I don't get that, because most gyms will, if you want to set up a circuit, all power to you, but most gyms have an area for that. Even my gym has that. Has an area you can go downstairs and take what you want down and set up a bit of a circuit. To do it in the main gym, bill out. If you're lifting heavy weight, I get you're going to make some noise. It happens.
It does. But you don't need to throw the thing down. And this, it's kind of like a warehousey feel.
Yeah.
And it fucking echoes everywhere. And everyone gives him the same look. And he does it on every single bit as well. And then he's one of these people, because I have to have a shower at the gym because I'm going straight to work. He's one of these people, because he has one of those belts.
Oh, yeah.
Weightlifting belts. And he comes in, and I've been in there I usually get in there before he gets in there, because it's far too traumatic to be in there when he's in there. And he comes in, and he's a good probably distance from me to you away, and he has this belt, and he throws it to the bench before he gets there.
What?
It's basically, look at me, I've arrived. And then he's one of those people that, I get changed in the shower cubicle because I'm not getting changed in front of people, because that's just fucking weird, right? The very, very least, take your underpants in with you. Yeah,
there's no reason to be naked in a gym changing room.
No.
I wouldn't even go shoeless in my gym changing room, but that's a whole other issue.
Yeah, I wouldn't take my shoes off in your gym.
No.
But he takes everything off, flapping about, and walks to the shower, and then comes back. There's no need. I do not understand people that are that comfortable being naked around strangers.
It's a kink for some people, I think. He might get off on it.
Maybe he does. Maybe the other bloke that goes in, that I've nicknamed Gobby Chops, he always seems to be in when I'm going in. Yeah. And there's 2 cubicles next to each other, and the water runs in between the 2 of them, which is delightful. and he goes, just has this habit. He does it in the gym as well. Like, as in, all the time. And his water's running into my drain.
Yeah, no, I'm not
There's
into
some
that.
people that just don't understand how to be a human in society.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm trying to think of something else that aggravates me in the gym now. People that use machines as overly complicated chairs.
Go on.
So, any machine, pick one.
Tricep.
Yeah, tricep extension. They'll sit on it. They'll play on Instagram.
Yeah.
For
This is
30
what Gobby
minutes.
Chops does.
30 minutes. They'll not actually do any sets or any reps, and then they'll get up and they'll either leave or go and sit on something else. I think if you're going to make the effort of paying and going to the gym, fucking do something. You may as well sit at home.
I know, if you're going to be there for... Because there is some people like him that who come in roughly around the same time and roughly leave the same time as me, but will spend a good 2 minutes, 3 minutes between each set on the phone.
Yeah, or people that make phone calls in the gym.
I've not had that.
You've not?
No.
Oh, there were a guy the other day who got there, did one set, and I want to say that he rung somebody and then went, "Oh, I can't really talk, mate. I'm in the gym." Cool. Proceeded to have a good 15, 20 minute conversation before he did anything else.
Oh, of course.
Like, I've received phone calls in the gym. Just carry on. Like, I'm on wireless headphones anyway. I can talk mid-set. It's not an issue. But depends how heavy I am going. But
yeah, I don't. If I get messages or whatever, I don't bother. I remember I was talking to my mate Rod. He was in the gym in the morning because he goes early in the morning, and I think I texted him. I think he texted me in the morning asking me something, and I said, "Oh mate, I'm just in the gym." Right.
Yeah. Bye. That's it. Game over. Yeah. If somebody rung me up or I rung somebody, like, "Oh, I'm in the gym," and then they wanted to carry on talking, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just either leave and you're only going to be there an hour at most. Just ring them back in an hour. I'll get it.
Yeah. What's the other thing that I was thinking of? There's another bloke. I'm convinced those mirrors in gyms as well are made to make you look much bigger.
There's one in my gym that makes me look short and wide.
Right.
And then the other two, there's only 3 and they're all next to each other. And you can walk past them. And on the last one, it is like a funhouse mirror.
I was going to say, you
change. So if you walk across, you can see it. Look normal, look about a foot shorter and wider.
Was Pennywise in there as well?
It could have been. Genuinely could have been. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, the amount of times that I've been to mine and then gone... I've looked in the mirror and gone, it's
fucking massive.
And then I've got back here and gone, oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I spend so much time people watching. I'm surprised I get anything done.
You pretty much don't, from what I've seen.
All right. I think you'll find I'm a fucking Adonis.
Yeah, I'm sure. For our final segment for this week, we've got some strange beers that we've had kindly gifted to us.
Where did you get them from?
My friend Luke gave them to me from a craft beer club that he's part of. So every month he gets some things. We'll link to it in the description.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me some quite odd beers. So I think the first one we're going to try,
which can I say, feels very heavy.
It does feel dense.
Yeah. Which worries me because it looks a standard bottle.
Yeah. It probably like cream when we open it. There's a distinct like a label on the back, but it's a Yankee and Kraut Stout that's named In the Name of Love.
That's worrying.
So we'll give it a quick sample.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, it's very dark.
That is very dark.
Not enough, do you think?
So, yes, fine.
Have a go at that and tell me what you think. That is very brown. I'm trying to think of a better word to describe it.
If you were to give colour a taste, that would be brown.
Yeah, it would be brown.
I don't mind that, actually.
It's not that bad. It's stout, and it is quite thick. It's thicker than your normal beer, I'd say.
It does taste quite. Yeah, it's. You said it was a stout, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm not sure I could drink pints after pints of it.
What percentage is that?
5.6.
All right, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. So out of 10, what would you give the Yankee and Kraut Stout?
I'd give it a good. I'd give it a 7.
A 7.
A 7. A good 6, but
Yeah,
it
probably.
would reach
Yeah.
a 7.
A mid to low 7.
It reaches the threshold of a 7.
Yeah, I'd happily drink a pint of it.
Not many of them, though, I suppose.
Yeah, one would be enough, and then I'd probably move on to something else.
Yeah.
Right, I think next we're going to try the Harpoon Dunkin' Coffee Porter.
That's Dunkin', as in of Dunkin' Donuts fame.
Dunkin' Donuts fame, yeah, I'd say so. 6%, this one.
Are we going up in volume, or are we going up?
Yeah, we're going up in volume. Yeah, going up in volume, yeah.
What's that?
6.9, the next one, yeah.
The next one. Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll give this one a try. It's odd.
Has this got a specific flavour? What's the description
I'm
of this
assuming
one?
coffee. There isn't a description. It just says, please drink responsibly.
Right.
The Harpoon
Please
Dunkin'
review responsibly.
Coffee Porter, yeah. So we'll see.
I'm interested with this one. That was a worry.
Wow, that is dark.
That is very dark.
That looks like coffee.
I won't have that much. Well, to be fair, that is just mainly froth.
Yeah, that were a
That's
pour.
Now that
Looks like espresso.
that is black. That Jesus Christ. That is a fizzy espresso. That
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I'm more worried about the colour of my piss after this.
Yeah, that's a problem for tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Does it take
Later.
24 hours for you?
Potentially. Later, tomorrow, who knows. Wow. You can taste the coffee.
Oh yeah.
That's quite a strong coffee flavour. And I'm not sure coffee goes with beer.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not enjoying that one.
No. Yeah, I'm going to give that a 3, 2.5, 3 out of 10, maybe.
2.5. 2.5 on that one. That's
Grim.
it's causing my face to sort of crease.
Yeah, it's not nice. We do not recommend the Dunkin' Coffee Porter.
Being the
Although
professional reviewers that we
It
are.
says around the lid, it says "Love beer, love life," which is a nice touch.
Nice
for the,
touch. I mean, I enjoy the
branding
design.
on the cans. Real nice.
Do we have Dunkin' Donuts in this country anymore? We used to, definitely used to.
Not round here.
No, but I've not seen them in years. But I remember. I mean, it was in the 90s. I remember going to like a spa or something, and they had, in the same way that they've got
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy
stands.
Kremes. Yeah.
I think they might have been superseded by Krispy Kreme at this point.
Shout out to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, if any company at all would like to sponsor us, we gladly receive anything.
Preferably edible is fine.
Or anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Right.
We might need new glasses at this point.
It's fine. There's a dribble left. It has coffee in it.
It doesn't say, but it tastes like it has. Ingredients: coffee extract.
Coffee
Is
extract.
in
Not a fan.
No.
Not a fan of that.
Do you want to get fresh glasses?
You're not going to drink the froth. I think you should drink the froth.
No.
We like to drink. Actually, to be fair, I just wanted to see you do that because there is another glass over there.
Oh, thanks.
Your water glass.
Oh, thanks. And are you using the same?
I'll use the same.
You want your beer to be tainted?
Well,
Right, so our third and final beer for this week is from the Garden Brewery, made in Croatia.
that's a selling point.
And it's a 6.9% stout. with a chocolate and peanut butter flavour.
This worries me.
It's described as a dark, creamy and decadent with tones of peanut butter, caramel and chocolate.
You're sounding very much like Paul Hollywood there,
Yeah, I'm good at it, aren't I?
but just not as much of a cunt.
Well, that's debatable. There's more ingredients than usual in this one, and it's got actual peanut butter listed on the ingredients.
I feel like you're going to need a spoon with this one.
How dark are we saying? Oh, is that a chunk?
Is that my one? Oh my god. Have you smelt it?
No. Oh, that's peanutty.
That's very peanutty.
And it's more or less black.
That's blacker than the last one. That is blacker than coffee.
I'm still hesitant to try this.
I'm really hesitant to try it. Again, try not to sound too much like Paul Hollywood. But I'm getting notes of soil in that.
It does smell a bit like peanuts and dirt. Yeah. You ready? Chin chin.
Chin chin. Do you know what? I was optimistic as it was going, and I thought this isn't too bad. But the aftertaste off that
is bitter chocolate and peanuts.
Yeah, like you know what they call it, dog chocolate. When you found Christmas chocolate you've left there from like last year,
and it's gone white and all crystallised on there. Yeah, like if you burnt some of that. Yeah, this is not something I'd order a pint of and enjoy in a pub. It's the sort of thing that I'd give to somebody as a fucking joke, Luke. Thanks for that. Yeah, that's intriguing. Is that a good word?
Intriguing, horrifically disappointing. But then again, if you're going to turn around and say it's got chocolate and peanut butter in it, in beer...
It's not a strong selling point, is it?
No.
Yeah, I've struggled to finish that.
I'm going to have to finish
you've got to finish it. I have. So if anybody would like to try that, they do have a website, The Garden Brewery. I'm sure the others do as well. Out of 10, the peanut butter, what would you give it?
That's a 1.
A 1 out of 10.
A 1.
That's yeah.
The only redeeming feature that it is a beer.
Yeah. Barely drinkable beer. I'll agree with you on that. I'll give it a 1.
It's like someone's just... I've got a pint of something and someone sploshed it in and I've got... Like I went to Nando's before and someone chucked some chili sauce in my Coke.
Why, you just drunk it anyway?
I still drunk it, yeah.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah, if somebody had a Snickers that they'd burnt and just dumped.
It does have a burnt Snickers taste.
It is, but there's burnt, something burnt.
Scorched Snicker dunked it. Do you know what? I would love a Snickers right now. Thanks for watching our second episode of North and Mouth, and it's been exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.